At most autocross events, your fastest run is the only run that counts toward a trophy. But at this event, the club decided to use Rallycross Timing. That means the total time for all 5 of my runs will determine where I finish in my class. Hitting a cone is still a 2-second penalty. But now, instead of disqualifying a run, a DNF will be a 6-second penalty. Any mistake I make on course, big or small, will hurt my total time. I have to be aggressive behind the wheel of my 2000 GT, but I can't hit cones or miss an element, because at this event, every run counts. It's about 75 degrees. The course, set up on an airport runway, is fast and dry. I'm up against 4 competitors in Cam T. Strict COVID-19 protocols are in place for this event. Because every run counts, I want to lay down a fast time on my first run. But pushing my pony with cold tires could lead to hitting a cone. And if I get too aggressive and blow an element, that 6-second DNF penalty will be a big hole to climb out of. Rallycross Timing adds a lot of pressure to be perfect. Speaking of pressure, my tires are set at 29 psi for this run. .395. A good, clean run. But it felt a little too safe. I'm sure I could go faster just about everywhere on course, especially with more heat and less air pressure in my tires. There are no live timing updates, and because I'm doing some socially distant novice instruction at the far end of grid in between my runs, I have no idea how fast my Cam T competitors are. The plan for run 2 was to get into the 49s with a clean run. Time to lower my air pressure to 26 psi and raise my aggression level. 49.918. Nearly half a second faster. And getting a second look at the course at speed helped me determine my strategy for run 3. I had to increase my entry and exit speed into and out of the elements heading up the runway. That meant more aggression in the first sweeper and the slalom before the second sweeper. I could also go much faster in the elements by the shed leading into the final sweeper. If I focus on those areas, I'll find a lot of time on my next run. But I know the course design is intentionally inviting me to push the car harder. It wants me to get greedy looking for speed to increase the odds of getting a penalty. But despite that risk, I need to go hard at the course on run 3. 48.085. Just over 0.8 of a second faster. Focusing on entry speed and exit speed shaved a ton of time. More importantly, I found the rhythm of the course. The car felt small and the elements felt wide open. My plan for Run 4 is to go a little harder in the first sweeper and increase my exit speed out of the slalom at the top of the runway. But the margin of error gets smaller the more I push the car. .161. I lost time going wide in the offset cones after the first sweeper due to a late steering input. Just losing the rhythm a little bit slowed me down. But it seemed like I could find time by tightening up my line in the sweepers and increasing my duration of acceleration in the slalom at the top of the runway and the elements past the shed. I still don't know what times my competition is running, but I know drivers in other classes are running in the 48s. I have one run left. As far as I know, I don't have any penalties. I don't want to risk making a mistake, but I don't want to play it too safe either. And I really want to get into the 48s. I've got 4 runs of data to help me put together a solid last run. .811. Tightening up my line and attacking the slalom and the elements past the shed just a bit harder helped me get over 0.3 faster. Over the course of 5 runs, I dropped 1.584 seconds. And when you add all the runs together, my total time came out to 247.370 seconds. But did that add up to a win in Cam T? First place, by nearly 17 seconds. I was surprised and thrilled by the results. It was the first time during this abbreviated season that I was able to get everything I could out of the car. Having battled rusty skills in the previous event, I really needed a strong showing. The truth is, every run always counts. You always want to go as fast as possible in every element. But doing that is often at the mercy of cold tires, being unable to find the rhythm of the course, or making incorrect inputs. Every run gives you data to make the next run faster. While I wouldn't want every event to use Rallycross Timing, I thought it was a really beneficial experience. It forced me to be regimented about my attack strategy in a season where it's been hard to keep my routine from getting lax. And I think it helped drivers who are prone to hitting cones make changes to their attack strategy that kept their runs clean. It also highlighted the importance of course walks when it comes to making sure you don't DNF. To sum it all up, an autocross event plus rallycross timing equals a way to multiply your driving skills.